Welcome friends, topic of today's video is Trendelenburg test. The normal gait of a person depends upon three factors. The first is the joint between the acetabulum and the head of the femur, that is the hip joint, which will act like a fulcrum. Okay. Third is the weight of the head and neck of the femur. So this is the neck and the head of the femur, which will act like a weight. And the third is the gluteus medius and the minimus muscle, which is getting attached from the ilium to the greater trochanter of the femur. So this is the gluteus medius and minimus muscle. Okay, so these three factors are important for the normal gait of a person, and they are known as abductor mechanism of the hip joint. Okay, so this abductor mechanism is important for normal gait of a person. Now we will see what happens when a person stands on both the feet on the ground. When both the feet are on the ground, the pelvis is in a horizontal plane, or we can say the anterosuperior iliac spine on both these sides are in the same horizontal plane. Now what happens when one of the foot is above the ground? When this foot is above the ground, due to the weight of this lower lip, this side pelvis will try to fall down. Okay, so it will look like this. But due to this abductor mechanism of hip joint on the opposite side, or you can say that the supported side, if this is the gluteus medius and the medius muscle on the opposite side, this will abduct and pull the opposite side pelvis upwards. So now the pelvis will come in line, that is in a horizontal line, or it can be slightly above. Now when there is an injury to this abductor mechanism, or this abductor mechanism is disturbed, like in case of injury to superior gluteal nerve, which supply the gluteus medius and the minimus muscle. Okay. Now the gluteus medius and minimus muscle is paralyzed on this side. Okay. So this side abductor mechanism will not be able to push the opposite side pelvis upward when the lower limb of opposite side is above the ground. So opposite side pelvis will fall down. So remember that the pelvis falls on the opposite side of the affected side. Okay. Now what happens when this affected side lower limb is above the ground? Okay. This side abductor mechanism is normal. So when this foot is above the ground, it will abduct or contract and pull this side pelvis upwards so that the pelvis lie in a same horizontal plane. Okay. So remember this concept. Pelvis falls on the opposite side of the affected side, and this test known as positive Trendelenburg test. So in positive Trendelenburg test, the unaffected side pelvis falls down when the foot is above the ground. So what are the causes of the positive Trendelenburg test? First, we have already seen injury of superior gluteal nerve, which will lead to paralysis of gluteus medius and the minimus muscle. Second could be a fracture of the neck of the femur, that will lead to distortion of this second point, that is the weight. Another could be dislocation of the hip joint, which will disturb the fulcrum. Okay, so these three can be the causes of a positive Trendelenburg test. Now there are three words that are important in Trendelenburg test. First is the gluteus medius limb. When there is an injury to the superior gluteal nerve on one side only, the pelvis falls on the unaffected side. Due to the fall of the pelvis on the opposite side, the person limps. That limb is known as gluteus medius limb. So the limb caused by the paralysis of gluteus medius muscle is known as gluteus medius limb. And the gait of such person is known as dipping gait. Okay, so these both conditions occur in unilateral injury to gluteus medius muscle. Now, when both the side abductor mechanism gets disrupted, or you can say there is paralysis of gluteus medius and minimus muscle, or injury of superior gluteal nerve on both the sides, there is alternate sinking of the pelvis on both these sides. This peculiar gait is known as waddling gait. And the waddling gait occurs in bilateral injury. Okay? So remember, in positive Trendelenburg test, there is fall of pelvis on the opposite side, and unilateral limb is known as dipping gait, and bilateral limping gait is known as waddling gait. So this completes the Trendelenburg test. Thank you very much.